Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back to Yield Weekly Home Fragrance Roundup, the video that I like to upload most Saturdays here on my channel with the help of my trusty assistant Alf, where we just talk about all things wax related. Candles, wax melts, what I was burning, what I was melting, all of that fun stuff. If you don't know who Alf is, if you're new here, he is the dog that is always in my lap. Here he is. We're both wearing all black today, and so yeah, this form right here is a dog. He's a pug. Actually, his birthday is coming up next month. This is crazy, you guys, but Alpha's about to turn 3. I feel like he was just a puppy. I feel like I just got him, and it really kind of makes me sad that he's 3 already. So anyway, March will be a celebration of all things Alf, so join me in celebrating the dog with the best snores. So all of the noises and stuff that you hear in the background, especially if you have your earbuds in, those are just snorts, snores, and whatever else from Alf. Feel free to enjoy that free pug ASMR. Okay, before we get into the video, be sure to check out the description box down below. Loads of information. I'm going to be showing you guys my Crocs, my lamps that I'm currently using. And if you're not familiar with either of those two home fragrance concepts, those tools in a home fragrance toolkit, check out my Candle Crock and Candle Lamp 101 video down below. There's also a video down there about what I personally do with all of my leftover wax from not only my Crocs and my lamps, but also from my Scentsy warmers. What else is down there? Oh, information about sales for this weekend from the different candle companies that I tend to frequent the most. I'm really hoping that there's a decent sale at Bath & Body Works this weekend. I haven't looked everything up yet. I filmed this video on Friday, so yeah, I haven't gotten onto my computer quite yet to see what is happening. There's discount codes down there. I am an ambassador with both HomeWorx and with Cringle, so you can use my discount codes at either one of those companies to save 15% off your order. And yeah, there's just, it's a plethora of information. Feel free to check that out. And without further ado, let's get into it. So we are going to get started today. I have been changing things up a little bit and have been showing you what I'm currently burning and melting via a little tour around the house. So we're continuing with that because you guys seem to really enjoy that. So let's get into that. And then I'll meet you back here and we will talk about the candles that I finished this week, give you guys some final updates there, some new things that I was getting into. We'll talk wax melts, and yeah, we'll get back to chit-chatting. All right, let's get into it. So the candle that is burning behind me in today's video is Cringle Reserve Phoenix. And this is a reserve candle that I purchased last year, probably towards the end of summer, beginning of fall. That would actually explain why I am just now lighting this one up. I'm a very seasonal burner. And I think when I got a hold of this one finally and sniffed it, I just thought to myself, this is much more in line with a spring summer type fragrance. So I put it in my little storage area for my Cringle candles and decided to pull it out at the beginning of February here because I think this is great fragrance for February. I don't believe that this one is currently available on the Cringle website, but if it ever comes back, just based off of like my initial few first burns here, I would totally repurchase this one. It's kind of a fun one. I will still be doing an in-depth review of it. As you can see, I'm still kind of near the beginning. Well, not like completely near the beginning, but I'm still kind of near the beginning stages of burning this candle. I want to get at least a third of the way through it before I review the fragrance itself. So stay tuned for Cringle Phoenix coming your way probably in the next week or so. But so far, really loving the scent. Good solid medium performance. I will say, however, it is not as strong as the performance that I am getting out of the latest Cringle candle launch. So if Cringle is looking for feedback, whatever you did with this latest reserve launch is what I would like to see for all of the reserve fragrances, like as they come back in stock and are placed on the website for sale again. they did something that like pretty dramatically, I think, increased the strength and throw of the Reserve candles. So it's a winner. This is one of the things that I really appreciate about Cringle again, is that I feel like they listen to feedback when it comes to stuff like this, and they make tweaks to the product. Like they work to improve it. So anyway, really enjoying this Phoenix, and I cannot wait to give you guys an in-depth review. Again, it should probably be ready to be reviewed in about a week or so. So stay tuned for that. But now let's head to the kitchen and see what is currently burning in the kitchen. On the kitchen island, I have ScentWorx Iced Blueberry Pie going. Now, I've mentioned in the past that out of all of the different Rakuten & Co. brands, my favorite is definitely the HomeWorx. I have burned a number of ScentWorx candles, which again is also under the Rakuten & Co. umbrella, and I really didn't find them to be the best performing. However, this one here is 100% an exception to that. And if there is more of this available this year at Kohl's, which is where the ScentWorx are most readily available, is you can find them at your local Kohl's, I would totally pick more of this one up. The strength and throw of this is on par with the better performing, I would say, four wick HomeWorx candles. And it's such a great scent, you guys. It's a really delicious blueberry pie. I love this one. Now, it was actually my friend Fiona that picked this up for me, and I think she actually got this at Ross. So there are ScentWorx candles that are starting to pop up at the various discount stores as well. So on top of finding HomeWorx at, say, Ross, Marshall's, HomeGoods, TJ Maxx, you might also come across some ScentWorx candles, and if you see this one, just pick it up. I'm telling you, it is a great performer. I am almost completely done. I actually think that I want to do an in-depth review of this one. So let me just show you how well this has burned the whole way down. Oop, here we go. Oh, I just had one of the... Look, I'm extinguishing all the flames, but look at how well this has burned. Ooh, oh, now I put up, okay, well, let's just put them all out. There we go. This has had such a great burn, you guys. Oh, it's so good. I'm gonna need to relight that after I'm done filming. I'm gonna let that wax harden up at this point, but she's a winner. I'm telling you, if you come across her, you'll fall in love. Especially if you love blueberry scents. Get it. So good. So the only lamp that I am currently using right now is in my office. It sits right next to my computer. I am still working on this HomeWorx Coastal Sands. You guys, I have poured off the initial layer that melted, which, because this lamp is quite powerful, it does get quite a deep wax pool. But that deep wax pool gave me amazing performance for, it's close to 2 weeks now. I am melting another layer at this point, so I feel like it has freshened the fragrance up. So if you are not familiar with how lamps work in terms of, you know, do you have to pour the wax off, all that stuff, seriously, go check out the video that's linked in the description box down below that explains both candle crocks and candle lamps in depth. This is such a useful tool to have for your candle collection, especially if you are trying to get through things a little bit faster, but you don't necessarily want to do that by lighting up like 10 candles at any given time. This is great because you can have some candles melting and then you can also have a couple candles burning and you feel like you're making some progress, getting through things. I will say, if it bothers you to be left with scentless wax, like if you think that's a waste to you, then crocks and lamps might not be that appealing. But once I extract the fragrance, that's usually the most of what I want out of a candle. When I purchase candles for the fragrance aspect more so than the ambiance. I love ambiance, but I always have other candles burning, so I don't necessarily need more ambiance, but I always want more fragrance. So lamps are just a great way to get that, as are Crocs. So which one you choose is completely up to you, your lifestyle, whether you want to have to pour off layers of wax or not, or whether you just like to melt everything at once and not mess with anything. This one is great because it has, well, actually all of my lamps. I only get the lamps that have timers on them. So I will set this for an 8-hour setting at the start of each day. And at the end of the 8 hours, the lamp turns itself off. And yeah, then I just turn it on again the next day. And I enjoy the continuous fragrance output from the wax that is melted. Anyway, love me some lamps, and I'm loving this Coastal Sands. And like I said, for whatever reason, I am just getting so much in terms of fragrance output out of this one. The other HomeWorx candle that I was melting in the kitchen, that one went way faster. I really felt like the fragrance oils dissipated a little bit faster out of the wax. But this one, man, I don't know how many oils were put in here, but they're not going anywhere in a hurry. So at any rate, this is what is currently melting in my office. Sorry about this really awkward angle here and the camera being a little bit shaky potentially. I'm having to hold the tripod and camera over top here. We're in my laundry room and the space here is somewhat limited, so it makes filming in here a little tricky. But anyway, what are we seeing here? You guys, this is still the last tiny little bit of my beloved, but pretty much done at this point, Bath & Body Works Vanilla Cedarwood. I did review this candle finally. I purchased it in 2000, was it 11 or 12? Now I can't remember. It was around the time that my child came into existence. So, and she's about to turn 12. So I definitely needed to commit to finally burning this, and I did, almost completely down, but then you can see that last little bit of wax. I thought I would enjoy it or get more life out of it by popping it into a crock, and boy was I right, because for the last 2 weeks this has been going in this laundry room, and it is now, just now, finally starting to fade in terms of fragrance to the point where I think I'm going to turn this crock off today, and I'm going to put a different candle in here. So oh man, Vanilla Cedarwood, you were incredible, and I hope Bath & Body Works brings you back, because you were definitely a winner. Let's head upstairs. Welcome to the master bedroom. This is the candle crock that is in this room here. Honestly, it hasn't seen a lot of action as of late, and after filming my Cringle candle collection earlier this week, I decided that I was okay with grabbing a couple of my new Cringles and melting them instead of burning them. I was looking for something kind of fun and fruity for the master bedroom, and pomegranate punch kind of fit the bill. So as you can see, I actually just placed this in here right before starting filming, so it hasn't warmed up yet, but this whole thing is going to liquefy, because with a candle crock, it heats from the bottom and the sides, so it just melts everything all at once. Because this is a completely brand new candle here, I'm going to probably easily be able to get 2 weeks of like 24/7 essentially fragrance output from this one. And that means that I'm not going to get the ambiance, but guess what? Look what I have in here. I have these like Luminara type candles. Also over on one of our nightstands in the evening, if Craig and I are hanging out watching TV and I'm looking to, you know, light some candles or something, I have some candles over there that I can light for the ambiance portion. But what I was mainly looking for in here was a really great fruity fun fragrance that would be neat or exciting for February, and pomegranate punch, like I said, fits the bill there. So we're gonna melt her, the whole thing. We're gonna melt the whole thing. So next week when I do this little roundup here of what is currently under the lamps and in the crocks, you'll see this one again and she'll be completely liquefied. This is my beloved second medallion crock. It's the same one that you saw downstairs in the laundry room. No, it's not available anymore, and no, I don't know or understand why they just won't bring this one back. I always get questions on this Croc and, you know, where people can find it. The Crocs that I have linked down below are very neutral. In fact, the one that you just saw in the master bedroom is one of the Crocs that I have linked. And then there's another one that's just a really plain white. It's beautiful. And it will probably fit with most decor styles. But this one here was a really, really popular design. And I bet if they brought this particular candle Croc back, it would sell out like crazy. I really think it would. So I don't know. Does anyone have any, the ability to manufacture these things? If that's you, if you're rich and you know how to go about doing that, I'll help you sell them. I mean, I love this thing. I have had it for years. I can attest to its quality and how well it works. And yeah, we need more options in terms of Crocs. Not everybody is looking for inspirational quotes, which is what a lot of Crocs have on them. That's just, it's not my thing. Anyway, what do I have in this Croc over here? Oh, you guys, I am sacrificing. Now, I'm not sacrificing. I am enjoying. So this is the back bedroom in our house. This is the pink room where I film like a lot of my like beauty content. But I was kind of saving her for this spring and summer, but I decided to grab the Royal Cherries, the Reserve, which I actually saved from last year. You can see she's burned. But, and again, I just plopped this one in here right before starting to film. The Croc is just starting to warm up now. But I really love this scent. It actually reminds me of the Tom Ford Lost Cherry. So it's kind of a fun, you know, fruity, I think it's kind of a fun, fruity, girly scent. And since this is my little she cave, girl cave, I don't know. What is this room? It's just got all my crap in it. It's an extra room in the house that nobody else was going to do anything with, so I claimed it. That's what this is. It's my pink room. Anyway, I do spend a fair amount of time in here in terms of getting ready every single day. All of my, you know, stuff is in here, and I film in here quite a bit. So I want to enjoy some fragrance in this back part of the house, and I can't think of a more lovely or beautiful option for in here than the Royal Cherries. So that's what's going in there. And bonus, you guys, you get a little sneak peek of a candle that I just recently picked up from Ulta. Look at what it is. Can you see? You guys, it's the vacation candle. It is the vacation candle. Oh, I am so excited about this. If you follow my perfume reviews, the box arrived a little bit wonky, but that's fine. Anyway, in a lot of my like perfume reviews, I will mention like, oh, I wish I had this like, you know, as a home fragrance thing, like a candle or a wax melt. And sometimes when I'm talking about candles, I will say, oh, I wish I had this in a perfume or like a personal fragrance option. Well, what's amazing is that like for the first time ever, like I'm getting it. I'm getting the option of having both the perfume, which I already finished my bottle of my vacation perfume. I finished that last year. I bought it last year and I finished it last year. That just goes to show you, amazing scent. It's hard for me to finish a perfume, but this one was so good. So anyway, now Ulta does carry the candles from vacation. And so I picked that up. It is quite summery, so I don't think that I'm going to be lighting this one up at least until probably April. So yeah, it is the epitome of like all of the summer smells. Like think a chlorinated pool, think Lycra, think sunscreen, think just fresh, beachy, summery air. Ugh, it is all of those things. I'm so excited about this candle. She's a little spendy. I would say this is like kind of luxury price point, especially for the size of it. How many ounces? It's only a 6-ounce candle, but anyway, she's sitting here waiting for me to light her up. So yeah, you'll see that coming in the next little bit, but I will link that down below. If you too love the perfume, you can get the candle. It's available. So I'll have it linked down below. Anyway, that is it for what is currently melting throughout the house. All right, and we're back. And you know what I just realized? And I could just go back and like film it, but I'm just gonna tell you, I forgot about what I'm currently burning in the downstairs powder room. I have Nest bamboo in there, and that is not in my wheelhouse at all. Like, that particular type of scent is very spa, very zen-like. It's not what I normally gravitate towards, but I kind of wanted something a little bit different, and boy is bamboo giving it to me. That fragrance is actually such a powerhouse from Nest in the one wick format. If that's what you're looking for, definitely grab bamboo, holy moly. But anyway, let's talk about what I finished this week in terms of candles. And we've got a Nest candle right here. In fact, this was the Nest candle that I had in the downstairs powder room. It is the Madagascar Vanilla. I did recently review this. I really like this. I would definitely recommend picking it up. It reminds me a little bit, actually quite a bit, of the Vanilla Bean from Henry Bendel. So if you're missing that one, I feel like this is an acceptable replacement for that. It's more expensive, but smells pretty close to it. So I don't know, you decide if it's too expensive for you. But anyway, I really like this one, and it performed great in the powder room for sure. So I'm sad to see it go, but I have other candles I can burn, so I don't need to be too sad. I'm about to blow your mind with like a way back candle. I feel like a lot of us sought these out at Home Goods, Marshalls, and TJ Maxx back in the day. Do you guys remember the Acquiesce candles? Anyone remember Acquiesce? I fell in love with these. In fact, I have 2 of these containers upstairs in our master bath. I finished them and then I cleaned them out, and they serve as our toothbrush and toothpaste holders in the upstairs bathroom. They're just such beautiful jars. Like, they're really, really thick. You can see the wick was really wonky on this one, but yeah, they have these beautiful little like emblems on them. Is Acquiesce still being sold at Home Goods? I really have not spent a lot of time at my local Home Goods, purposely, because I'm always tempted to buy things when I go in there, whether it's something for the house, something decorative for the house, or frames. I'm a sucker for frames. I take a lot of pictures of my kid, you know, all of her like soccer pictures, all of her like school pictures and stuff. They're all over the house. It actually cracks Stella up. She's like, this is a weird homage to me, but I only have one kid, so who else's pictures am I going to put up? Anyway, what was I talking about? I got distracted. I was talking about this Acquiesce candle. Anyway, the reason that I don't spend a lot of time at Home Goods is because I'm just very tempted there. But are these being sold there still? I should really take a trip just to see. This was their boardwalk scent, which was kind of a nice gourmand. These were handmade in the USA. Looked like they were based out of Simi Valley, California. Anyway, this one I had forever in the upstairs guest bathroom. Never really lit it because it's not like we spent a lot of time in that guest bathroom. But whenever we had people over that were staying the night or whatever, you know, I would light this and create some ambiance in the bathroom for them. But yeah, this just didn't get a lot of love. So I moved it to my master bedroom and was enjoying it in there while Craig and I were watching TV at night. This is a great candle. Yeah, it's kind of a nice, it's definitely a gourmand, but it also has just a touch of like, almost like a saltiness to it. Boardwalk, I think, is a very apt name for it. I really do. Anyway, great candle. It's finished now. I will be cleaning this up, and I'm gonna give this one to Stella to use in her bathroom because she just throws her her toothbrush and her toothpaste next to her sink. She's not very organized. Anyway, I want her to have a nice little holder, and I think that's gonna be perfect for her. Oh, you guys, are you ready for it? Oh, she's done. My crimson velvet. Ugh. You just don't see details like this from Bath & Body Works anymore, do you? These delightful little metal tags. This is like a real, like, thick, nice metal tag. almost feel like I should keep it, but I have no use for this. All it says is Bath & Body Works Home Crimson Velvet. But what a lovely container this was. It really was delightful. This was one of the candles that I have been hoarding in specifically my Bath & Body Works candle collection that I just refused to burn. I bought this in 2014 and I still have one more, and that one I am saving for next January because this was the fragrance that I really enjoyed during the month of January. And since that's kind of a tough month for me to sometimes figure out home fragrance wise, I feel like it's worth saving that one, that last one that I have, one more year. But yeah, this one, she's done. Burned incredibly well. I could probably put the last little bit of wax here on like a hot plate warmer, because there is just a little bit of wax left at the bottom, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm ready to move on. I think I got my life out of her. I burned her and she didn't dud out. Like, this was still in the range of time when I think Bath & Body Works candles burn the best. For me, it was, you know, the like 2009 to 2014, 2015 range that I think I got the best performance out of my Bath & Body Works candles. Since then, the sooting, the puny wicks, the just generally less than ideal burn has been the biggest issue. They always have great smelling fragrances. Like, I've never had beef with any of the scents from Bath & Body Works. They make a great smelling product, but just the performance of it isn't super great. So anyway, this is HomeWorx Let's Toast. Finished this one, and this little hobnail container is another one that I think I'm gonna salvage for Stella. I'm sure she can put some pencils, or I don't know, we're at the stage where she's playing with makeup now. Maybe she can put her makeup brushes in here. Oh, she probably would. Oh. You guys, my kid is growing up so fast, it's freaking me out. If you have been with me for a long time, Stella's about to turn 12. What? How? She's a full-on middle schooler. Very, very middle school. Yeah. Anyway, Happy New Year. Finished Happy New Year. This was a nice fruity one. Definitely a great change of pace after the holidays. I will say the last burn, it did get just a little bit messy. You can see around the sides there, but until that last burn, it was fine. Now, it could be that the last burn should have probably have been divided into two versus just letting it go for like 6 hours. I don't let my HomeWorx candles go more than 3 hours at a time, but if I'm nearing the end, sometimes I'll just let them go. And yeah, they can get a little messy if you let them burn a little bit longer, but yeah, this only happened during like the very last burn. But anyway, I do like this scent. This is quite fruity. What are the notes here? Ripe red fruits, peach nectar, creamy vanilla, and sugar cane. Yeah. This to me is actually more of like a summertime scent, but I mean, I guess it's great for New Year's too. I mean, it certainly burned it. Okay, I did finish. This was the candle that I had in the kitchen underneath my candle lamp, so that's why this looks funky. Again, watch the Candle Crock and Candle Lamp 101 video if you have any questions about this, why this looks the way that it does. This smells like nothing. This wax is scentless. So this was iced sugar cookie from HomeWorx. Yeah, it was quite light. It was actually stronger when I was melting it than the first one that I burned. So that's why I melted this one. I wasn't into like saving it for next holiday season. So I sacrificed it, if you will. And I mean, I got some enjoyment out of it in the kitchen. So that was fine. Feel like I got my money's worth out of that. Other candles I was burning this week. You guys, I went hard on the Midnight Rose this week. Look, oh, I am almost done with this. Now, the reason that I went so hard on it was because we're in February, and for whatever reason, the rose just spoke to me, and so I just kept lighting it up. I also, last weekend, I was working outside in the yard because it was so nice here in Oregon. It was like dang near 60 degrees. And so I was working out, trimming, you know, things like my hydrangea bushes and stuff, getting them ready for spring and summer. And I lit this in the backyard while I was working back there. I smelled this. This is so strong, you guys. I smelled it throughout the entire backyard. We were a pretty good sized backyard. So anyway, if you are looking for a true, beautiful, authentic rose scent, you got to check this one out. But I'm telling you right now, it is a powerhouse. So if you don't want a super, super strong, sorry, buddy, my foot's falling asleep. If you don't want a super, super strong rose, be careful with this one. But if you're, again, in the market for a powerhouse, get it done because she is potent. I can now definitely review this one. I still have to review this and the silk sheets. The silk sheets, again, I've been burning it in my master bedroom, I'm definitely at the halfway point with this one now. So I feel like probably, you know what? I'm gonna try to film the final reviews for these two to go up tomorrow. I haven't gotten anything ready for tomorrow, and I do have some time this afternoon. I don't have any work stuff that I need to get done, so I might just go ahead and film the final reviews for that and put those up tomorrow. So if you're interested, stay tuned. Still nursing along my beloveds, you guys. They're not fucking stuck yet. Cringle, please restock these and put out a lot. Like make, I don't know, make like 5,000. They would still sell. And this is me, like, not even knowing how much they initially made. I don't ask them for, like, inventory numbers. That's none of my business. But if they made a ton of these, I know that they would still probably sell out. They're so freaking good. Sweet cream sprinkled I'm calling it macarons because that's what these are. These are not macaroons. These are macarons. They're so good. Absolutely perfect in terms of the overall burn performance, the strength in the throw, the clean burn, and then the fragrances themselves are just so good. I have in-depth reviews of these already. These were the first two that I reviewed because they are new holy grail scents for me, and I am desperate for Cringle to restock these because I wasn't able to get my hands on them when they were released. These two were sent to me as PR, and I'm so thankful that they did. Because now I'm in love and now I will buy them. I can't say that I will buy a lot. I'll buy like 2 at a time. But what I really want from Cringle is for them to just have the fragrances in stock and always available to be able to purchase so that I don't feel like I have to buy a bunch of them because they are restocked so rarely, if that makes sense. Like, that's still part of the reason why it's a little bit hard for me to refrain from purchasing multiples to add to my collection because, yeah, Cringle just, once something sells out, a lot of times it takes them sometimes months to, you know, replace the products that sold out. I think they just need to make more to begin with. Anyway. Another Cringle reserve scent that I finally lit up because I was actually saving this for February because I thought it'd be great scent during the month of February. Sinful. It's a chocolate. Oh, she also has some peanut butter in there. I really like this one. I don't know if it's still available. It might be, but holy moly, she is good. This is good. This is good. I have only burned it about, I don't know, a quarter of the way, so I'm gonna burn it just a few more times. But yeah, delicious, delicious, must have more. Must have more of that. And then 2 more. Okay, these are new. These are new from HomeWorx. I received a little PR package from them. One of the things that they sent me was the Blueberry Violet Tart, which I already bought at QVC. But I'm not mad at them about sending a backup for me because I love it. Oh, it's so good, you guys. Listen, if you like blueberry, get it. But I have to admit, when I first saw the names of these, I was kind of like, I don't know. I'm sure they're fine, but they're not really up my alley. But I'm telling you, once I lit them, I love these 2 scents. And if you're looking to branch out and try something different for the spring this year, I would wholeheartedly recommend these 2. I've been burning them, so you can see here. Obviously, we are still in the initial burn phases. I've burned them each twice. You can see these have the longer, skinnier wicks. These are not my favorite wicks, I'll tell you that right now, but the strength and throw is quite good on these, like quite good. I'm going to burn them until the halfway point because I think it's important to do that, especially with a HomeWorx candle. So you'll see these reviews probably popping up next week at some point, like the latter part of next week. But this is the Honeysuckle Mimosa. Normally, I am not a honeysuckle person. Just in general, I tend to not be a floral person. I used to be a florist, and so florals just reminded me of work. But now that that isn't like my entire work life, now that I'm not just focusing on flowers for work, I feel like I'm enjoying florals a little bit more, as, you know, with the case of this, you know, Midnight Rose. Like in the past, I would have gotten stuff like this and been like, oh God, it's just gonna remind me of being in the garage for hours and hours of my life until 3 in the morning finishing up a wedding order. But now that I don't have that stress and I'm just doing something completely not related to floral work, I appreciate florals a little bit more. Okay, so the honeysuckle in here is quite potent. I will just tell you that right now. If you're looking for a honeysuckle scent, get it. The other notes in here are golden mimosa, neroli, honey almond blossom. It's so unique and so interesting. The honeysuckle really is the prominent note here, but there is this kind of neat nectar note. There is the neroli for sure. The mimosa, yeah, it kind of does, but without like that boozy, you know, note to it. It's really good. I like this one. But you know which one I think I even like better is the blood orange and sage gimlet. First of all, I would totally drink this. This as a cocktail would be heavenly. Now the sage doesn't seem like it would make sense here, but it makes sense, trust me. And it's a blood orange for sure. It's not like a navel orange. It's not a clementine. It's not a tangerine. It is very much a straight up blood orange. And it's fresh and juicy and it's so good. And then the second thing that I really notice here is definitely that sage. But again, it makes sense. It's not too herbal. This is the type of cocktail that you would find in all of like the trendy restaurants here in the Portland area. I mean, I've come across some really great, unique cocktails at restaurants around here, and some of the strangest sounding ones usually end up tasting the best. Like this in a cocktail format, I would drink it in a heartbeat. So blood orange, sage leaves, gin, lime zest. It's not too boozy. I do get a touch of that like juniper-y, like gin note for sure, but it's not the prominent note here. It's just enough to make it unique and interesting. These are so good. Check them out. They're totally worth it, you guys. They should now be available at homeworx.shop. And again, you can use my discount code to save 15% off of those. Okay, let's talk wax melts. What do we have? I finished up the last Forever flannel. I think I only had like 1 or 2 more cubes in here. This is nice. This to me smells like almost like a laundry type scent. Yeah, it's like a cashmere laundry type vibe. And I really liked it. I liked it a lot. It's not a Christmas scent for me. This came out during the holidays. I think this is a great January scent. Loved it. Now this one here, I was totally planning on saving this one for September because I thought it would be a great transitional scent. But as we got into the beginning of February, I was kind of craving some fruitiness. So I busted out the Candy Apple, which is very much a straight up super sweet apple. It's almost like a mix of, I would say, like a tart Granny Smith mixed with a Honeycrisp. So it's really sweet, but also slightly sour in the best possible way. Oh, it's so good. And you do get a touch of caramel in here, which is why I think it makes such a great like September transitional scent. But I really also enjoyed it here towards the end of January, beginning of February. This is really good. I hope this comes back. It's not club worthy for me, but I did really like this one. Also, I I went through another Perfectly Cute. This is so good. I actually have Perfectly Cute going around in the house today. It's been pairing really well with my blueberry scents, so that's a really yummy combo that I have. I just love this. If you think pear is normally like a fall type scent for you, which is where I land with pear, not this. This is, they made a springy pear. Scentsy did it. I didn't think it was possible, but it is fresh. It is almost like a candied pear. So good. Just try it. Trust me, it's so good. Also, I Pick You. Now this one out of the little trio, this is actually my least favorite. It's a little bit more perfumey, but it's a unique scent. I feel like I get some like currant in this one. It's nice. This is a nice one. I have this going through a couple of warmers towards the back part of the house. And I do like this one, but I think I prefer the Perfectly Pear. The one that I have, because I bought 2 sets of the trios. The one that I have not convinced myself to warm just yet, because I'm waiting for a streak of like really nice sunny days, is the Simply the Zest. But I think in the meantime, I am going to add this one to my club because it's so good on cold sniff, you guys. And the other 2, these 2 have performed really well for me, so I'm imagining I'm gonna get really good performance out of this one as well. It smells quite strong on cold sniff. It's so good. I think it was it Holly? Was it you, Holly? I think Holly mentioned that this kind of reminds her a little bit of the Capri Blue Volcano or the Bath & Body Works, was it Sunwash Citrus? Yeah, I can see that. If you're looking for something very similar to Capri Blue Volcano, check this out. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, I think we should have a couple of sunny days coming up here. As soon as we do, this is going in. And after this video, I think I'm gonna go pop it in my club because I don't want that to go anywhere. It's absolutely heavenly. And that's it, you guys. That's everything that I have for this week in terms of what I was burning and melting. Let me know what you were burning and melting in the comments down below. Don't forget to check out the description box for everything that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Please subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to give this video a big fat thumbs up, and stay tuned for those remaining Cringle reserve reviews from the latest launch that'll be going up tomorrow. So anyway, you guys, I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.